Hello Kita Queens and Kita Beauty Tees. I'm back, y'all, and I'm back with another bomb client tutorial, as you can see. So we're just stepping right into it. As you can see, I'm cleaning my model's face. Now I'm outlining her brows, and to outline them I'm using my Nika K eyebrow pencil. This one is in the shade Black Brown, and once I've made my way to the front, I did switch my shade out to light brown. Once I feel like the shape is to my liking, I'm going to start filling them in. And as you can see, I'm starting from the back and working my way to the front. And I'm also making sure I brush through the brows as I go. To clean up her brows, I'm going to be using my Nika K concealers, and these are in the shades number 3 and number 4. First, I'm taking shade number 3, and I'm going to be using this to clean up under her arch. I'm only going to be taking this shade about halfway under her brows, and then for the remainder of the way, I'm just going to be going in with shade number 4. Y'all, I really feel like I stick to the same routine in every client tutorial, so maybe for my next client video I'll try to do something different, try to switch it up a little bit, but I don't know, girl, we'll have to see. But as you can see, I'm still just sketching out underneath her brows. And y'all, I got this eyebrow brush from Clean Colors. I ordered it from their website and I like it. I don't know if it's for concealer or not, but that's what I like to use it for. Now I'm just buffing the concealer out using this buffing brush, and I purchased this brush from the beauty supply store. Now that this eyebrow is all clean, I'm going to take my buffing brush again and just buff out all the concealer around her brows. And I'm going to be honest and tell y'all that even though this brow looks so neat, I wasn't satisfied with how thick it was. Like, it was too thick to me. So I decided to slim the top down a little bit more. So here I am going back in with my concealer. Now that I'm finished with this side, I'm just going to repeat the same process on the other eyebrow. For an eyeshadow base, I'm using my Be Perfect eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to be applying this all over her lids. I'm taking the same buffing brush that I used to buff out her eyebrows, and I'm using it to buff out her eyeshadow base. Now I'm starting off with the light brown eyeshadow from my Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and as you can see, I'm just sweeping this color under her eyebrow because this will be our transition. So I'm just going to continue to build it up. Next, I'm going to be taking this rich brown from the same palette, and I'm just packing it on the outer edge of her eye. First, I'm going to pack it on for the pigment. Then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush, and I'm going to use it to blend it into the first shade that we use. To cut her crease, I'm going to be using my Inglot gel liner, and this one is in the color number 92. Y'all, I really decided to challenge myself with this look because it's been a minute since I've did a client tutorial and it was a cut crease. And also, I don't think I've did a silver cut crease anytime recently. Like, it's been years ago. So this was a little hard, y'all. It's pretty hard trying to cut a crease while on camera because I'm normally all in my client's face when I'm cutting a crease. So y'all just bear with me, okay? Just watch. I'm pretty much taking my time with this step because this is a very tedious step. So as you can see, I'm just rounding out my cut crease. Once I've perfected my shape, I'm going to take a clean buffing brush and use it to buff out this gel liner. As y'all can see, this crease is nice and cut, okay? It's nice and round, if I do say so myself. So now I'm just going to attempt to cut the other side, and I was kind of struggling with this side, y'all. It was way harder to do this side than it was the other side, but I'm just gonna let y'all watch. Now I'm going back in with that same light brown eyeshadow that we used as a transition, and I'm just using this to blend out the end of her cut crease. I'm adding a little bit more of that rich brown shade to further blend out the edge. So I decided to mix these two glitters together and apply them to her lid. The details will be in the description box down below. One of them you can find at your local beauty supply store, and the other one you will have to buy through Instagram. But as y'all can see, they made the perfect little concoction. Like, my camera really did not do this look justice, I feel like, because if y'all would have saw this in person, like, oh my god. And I did apply a glue on top of the cut crease before I added the glitter. I just want y'all to know that. So as y'all can see, I'm just stamping this glitter all over her cut crease. But once you've made it to the end of your cut crease, you want to make sure you apply as little pressure as possible, just so you don't have like a very harsh line. Before I add the chunky glitter, I'm just going to go ahead and line her eyes to make it easier for me, because I do not like doing liner on top of any type of chunky glitter. I just refuse to let myself struggle like that. So as y'all can see, I decided to do a wing, and I'm lining her eyes using my black Wet n Wild liquid liner. That wing is nice and crisp, okay? It's nice and precise, okay? Precise is gonna be the word for today's video, because this look, it just screams precision. Do y'all see these wings? Like, you can't tell me you don't see precision. Now I'm taking this chunky glitter from the makeup plug, and I'm just going to be adding this on top of the first glitter that we use. And I'm going to be honest with y'all and say that I really don't do chunky glitter cut creases. It's not really my thing. I'm more into the fine glitter cut creases. So this was like my first attempt at doing this, and I feel like it came out real bomb. It came out so cute, y'all, and I just loved it. Like, I never knew I like a chunky cut crease this much. But as y'all can see, that glitter is popping, okay? Now that I'm finished with her eyes, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on her face. I cleaned her face off camera. Now I'm just taking my Pond's moisturizer, and I'm using it to moisturize her skin. Now I'm just taking my calamine lotion, and I'm applying it to all the areas of her face that I feel like will produce the most oil. For her foundations, I actually went in with my Nika K concealer in shade number 3, and then I went in with my Fit Me foundation in the shade Classic Tan. Now I'm just blending them into her skin using this foundation brush. To structure out her face a little bit, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kits, and I just took one of the brown cream contour shades out of it and I applied it to her cheekbones, and then I applied a little bit to her jawline as well. To highlight her face, I'm using my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer along with some Nicka K Concealer. The shade names will be in the description box down below. To blend out her highlight, I'm going to be using this new brush I told y'all I ordered in my last video. A video on it is coming soon, but I'm also using my Real Technique sponge, and I'm just going to be pressing the concealer into her skin. To set her highlighted areas in place, I'm going to be using my Dermablend Translucent Face Powder. And y'all, this is a very, very fine translucent face powder. It's my favorite one that I've ever used. But since it's so fine, it does fly around. So I'm sorry if y'all can see it moving around in the camera. That's my bad. To bronze up her face a little bit, I'm going to be using my Fit Me pressed powder, and this one is in the shade Mocha, and I'm just taking it on this fluffy angle brush. Now I'm taking another Fit Me pressed powder, and I believe this one is in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm applying it to all the remaining areas of her face. Now I'm going in with some blush, y'all, and this is just a random blush, and I'm applying it to the apples of her cheeks. Once I moved on from that, I'm just gonna start doing her under eyes, and as you can see, I started lining her eyes with some black gel liner, and I had to finish it off camera because her eyes started watering. But once that's finished, I'm taking this purple eyeshadow and I'm just working it on her lower lash line. Now I'm just bringing her beauty mark back out because I do not like covering up beauty marks, y'all. I really hate that. And now I'm just highlighting her nose, and I'm highlighting the tip and the bridge of her nose first, and then I'm going to end up highlighting her cheekbones. And to highlight the face, y'all, I love using eyeshadows. Last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and do her lips. So I'm lining her lips using this dark brown lip liner from Nika K. And since I'm doing an ombre lip, I'm gonna outline her lips first and then go back in and fill in the edges. Now I'm taking this nude lip gloss and I'm just working it into the center of her lips. That's my main focus. I like to focus it in the center first and then work my way onto the liner with whatever lip gloss is left on the wand. Wanted her lips to be a little more glossy, so I just went on top of my first concoction with a clear lip gloss. Once I'm finished with the lips, we'll be getting into the grand reveal, so I'm just gonna let y'all watch.
You ready to see?
Yeah. Okay. Look at me.
Alright queens, this is the end of this tutorial. Her reaction was short and sweet, but she did tell me that she loved this look. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to see more content from this look, feel free to visit my Instagram. The link will be in the description box down below. And don't forget to follow me while you're there. Bye bye queens.